In this episode of Colombia 2018 Mitu, we are heading out onto big water and up the Rio Cuduyari to look for fish, especially a target species of Corydoras catfish found in that tributary. Our day starts at the river access across the street from our hotel, loading ourselves and our gear into the boats. We have a main boat with a canopy that we are all riding in to stay out of the sun, and a chaser boat. Having two boats is always a good idea, especially during high water. The Rio Cuduyari is very high due to the past 2 weeks being unseasonably rainy. Collecting in these conditions is almost impossible, so the plan for today is to get off the main river and explore the tributaries, hopefully to find thinner water. Our goal is to work as far up into the Rio Cuduyari, a tributary that joins the Rio Cuduyari on the north bank about a mile downstream from Mitu. The lower stretches of the Cuduyari are just as flooded as the Rio Cuduyari, so we rev up the motor and blow by as much flooded bank as we can. We are looking for exposed sections of the bank where we can get to the water's edge with a seine net. In this section of the river, that will most likely be near a village. One advantage of a flood is that trees are sometimes washed over into the water. This provides the botanists in the group the opportunity to see plants that are normally high up in the canopy.
The red piece of cactus at the tip. Right by Jeff.
It's dead.
Look at that. You're right. I thought you were a red colored line.
Is there, Jeff, is that one more inside living?
Here?
Yeah.
Hell, look at that.
Is it still succulent?
That,
barely.
yeah,
That's still alive. That's still alive.
This is still alive.
Look at a picture here. Thank you, Jeff.
Oh, that's insane.
Up the very tip of it's
Yes,
not very
thank.
good.
Oh, this will do. Yeah, let me take a picture. Oh.
Does it grow like that?
Eventually, we come across a likely open bank, break out the seines, and get wet. This place is at a village, so we get some eager help from some bored boys.
Sacamos allá.
Acá, ¿no? Sí. ¿La rincón nomás? Sí.
Sí, arrancó de más.
We're gonna catch a whole bunch of stuff.
There they are. Before I start fishing, I want to...
Sí, los de abajo, que no sé. Otherwise they'll sneak out the bottom of the pasture.
Se ve más.
Mira ahí lo vas a ir.
Listo. Y empiezas a sacar el plomo, ¿no? Plomo y seno.
Kid knows what he's doing.
Más allá.
About the older dude.
That's
La
exactly
orilla.
what
Pull the lead line. Just pull on the lead line.
The first net haul didn't bring us very much, so we try again.
way up off the bottom. Oh my God. Look at this, beautiful.
Here.
The water is high and the fish are dispersed, but this pile of sticks was holding a few nice species, including an equidin species cichlid, a very pretty Synaptolemia species headstander, a Prochilotus or Leprinus type that will be a great aquarium fish if it stays small and colorful, and a young pike cichlid. We come upon a thick pile of flooded leaves and stop to take a look. Piles like this can possibly hold dwarf cichlids like Dicrosis and Epistogramma species.
Yes. Maybe 10 kilos of leaves. Anything moving around? Cut the filmation and we put one inside and say, okay, because maybe it's nothing here.
The only way to find fish in habitats like this is to scoop up the leaves as deep as possible and then pull the leaves out a few at a time, shaking out any fish in each handful. Once all the leaves are gone, you hope to have something left in the net.
Shrimp? That's that little shrimp.
But not the same than in the other place. This is not tigers.
This pile of leaves was probably dry a week ago, and there's not much living here other than some Macrobrachium shrimp and a few small Epistogramma personata. We finally find a relatively shallow, sandy bank and we're able to see a few small Corydoras catfish at the edge, so we haul the big seine a few times to try to collect some. The challenge with Corys is that they pretty much live with the tip of their face on the substrate and will wiggle under any gap at the bottom of a seine. The best Cory nets have chains sewn all along the bottom, but this big seine is not built that way.
I see Corys. Despacio, despacio.
Lots of Corys, guys.
Despacio, despacio. Jale el plomo así. Vea.
So the trick is to drive the Corys up against the bank while keeping the bottom of the seine completely against or even scooping under the sand. It is a lot easier said than done.
No, pero no suelta ya. Vaya jalando también de arriba.
Need more weight on the bottom. Yep, you have to tie a piece of chain.
Okay, go to keep.
I like some for
Bring the box.
pictures. I like some for pictures.
Okay, sir.
You don't have to keep a lot of them. Just a couple to get
Agua,
those.
agua.
That's different. See that? That's different.
Yeah, that's like a Prochilotus type almost, it looks like.
We actually saw some very small Corys in the gap between the bottom of the net and the shore, but when we finished hauling, they had all slipped away. We did catch some nice tetras, though.
I put a few of the tetras in there too.
It's a neat. I wonder what kind of monkhouse it is. It is Munchausia. What's the genus for? What's the? Yeah, it looks like. That's what it looks like.
It is. I brought these home from. And there.
What's that one?
The regular red eye.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a regular 69-cent.
Yeah.
Munchausia.
Completely before.
That's really strange. We had them. Here it is.
This
I saw them. Yeah. This side of the net came out.
This one, right?
At another stop near a village, we find piles of sunken logs and haul them up on the shore to look for woodcats.
There's stuff in here. Shrimp. Looks like. Shrimp. Cichlid.
Pistogramma.
Pistogramma.
I don't see any cat.
If this log were in deeper water, it would probably have been loaded with Doradid and lower-carried catfish. But, like the leaf pile we saw earlier, these logs were probably dry a week ago. The day is getting short, and we still have not found catchable, by us anyway, Corydoras catfish. So we stop at a very small sandbank that is adjacent to deeper water. This is not as fishy a looking place as we wanted, but when time is limited, you have to take a chance.
Oh yeah.
You see any Corys?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
It's gonna be the
Only
same.
one?
It's gonna be the same Cory though.
The preliminary scattering report is that Corys are present, and they are larger than the first place we saw a few. This time we work with a smaller seine that is easier to control.
Voy arrimando. Voy arrimando. Vaya arrimando. Bueno, listo. Despacio. Bueno, listo. Despacio. Acuérdese aquí, jalar hacia adelante. Aquí se levantó. Ahí se levantó. Hacia adelante, hacia adelante. Orlando, espera. Jale el plomo hacia adelante. Esto hacia adelante. Esto hacia adelante. Esto hacia adelante. Así. Listo. Porque no se levantó.
This time we make sure that the bottom edge of the net stays buried in the sand. It is the only way to keep little catfish from escaping.
Bueno, lo que tiene que hacer Esteban es pues ya casi esto tiene que jalarlo usted así. Hay uno. Mandy, this is
sí. Oh, hey, Jeremy.
it's a
No, what's that?
MacLeod.
Is that a catfish?
Yes, it's a catfish. Sandy
The parasitic cat.
Kangaroo.
No. I know the name.
Oh, and Parfinis.
No.
Parfinis. Shrimp cat.
Unicuro. No, eso es Let's be careful.
¿Sí?
Bueno, the net, una bolsa y la red.
Is that in
We
Parfinis?
have to put the Corys in our bag.
Yeah.
Espacio.
Eso sí, ahí sí. Eso sí. Ahí va.
Espacio. Jálelo hacia el piso.
Yo ahorita voy a ir allá a arrastrar la arena. Acá.
Despacio. No.
¿La ayuda allá a arrastrar ahora sí?
Viene contra la arena.
Sí. No, there's more in there. Look at them all.
It's coming. Be careful. Okay.
No, like arena con arena.
That's the bottom line.
Súbala ahí un poco.
Con arena. You just want to get them out with a small net?
Yes.
Okay, where's the little dip net?
This little thing that go, you can put.
This is what we are after, Corydoras CW107, one of the target species for this trip. There is also a long-nosed version with the number CW106, but we did not find that one here. We did catch a few Hemilorcaria species and Imparfinus species catfish, and we also saw some pretty butterflies and a very territorial bee. One of Murphy's fish collecting laws is that you will search all day for fish you want and not find them until the last stop, when your time is limited before you have to race the sun back to town. Today was successful with regards to finding the CW107 Cory cats, but other than that, we did not see a lot of fish. Hopefully, tomorrow will be better.